The idea for my project came from, have any of you ever been to the EKU Center for the Arts? Some, yeah. Well, I took a field trip there a couple years ago. We always try to do a couple of really nice field trips a year with our art students and band and choir students. And the thing that and when we went to the EKU Center, it was actually their favorite field trip that they'd ever taken. We'd been to see all kinds of things. The thing they liked the most about it was they got to go up into the control booth, which is right in the middle of the auditorium, and they got to play with the lights and the sound, and they got to see how they designed all the different effects that they use for their concerts and their shows. And they were really concerned that they didn't have anything like that close to home. And if you've ever been at Breathitt High School, our stage is unfinished. The school was built in the early 80s, I think in 1980, and it was just left as a shell. And there is no lighting. So every time that we have to do a presentation, or if we have a student performance, you have to get in a cherry picker and be lifted up and rig up some floodlights or whatever you can get. So my grant proposal was to buy a set of LED lights and a control board, and we are going to teach the kids how to use the lights, and that's our first step. And our next step would be to improve the sound system and then do some of the other work that needs to be done to complete that, so the students get some idea about all the work and all the skills that go into the technical side of the arts. And another thing they really found super interesting about the EKU Center was talking to the employees and the kinds of qualifications that the employees had. I think the director was a hospitality manager. Her degree was in hospitality management, but many of the workers there had got degrees in music education, or there was a guy who had graduated from UK with an arts administration degree. And so that was the second part of it, was to show them that there are jobs locally in the arts at a facility like this one, or the Hazard Forum, or at Jenny Wiley Theater. There are lots of things that you can do, but they just have to be exposed to the technology and have to be exposed to how it works. So our lights arrived yesterday. They're being installed next week, and our first performance with the lights will be in December at our winter holiday festival. And then in the spring, there will be a play and a couple of other concerts. So you'll see the results at the April. Does anybody have any questions? I'm super brief.